Hey guys, this is Megan with 1000 Generation Farms. Today, Joseph is getting the combine out for harvest, and so I'm just gonna kind of show you around it a little bit. Well, he actually will, but so why don't you come farming with us? All right, guys, so I look a little greasy because we just washed one of the vehicles quick, but now Joseph is moving stuff out of the shed so that we can get the combine out. And so that's something as maybe a smaller farming operation, you don't always have a ton of storage because you can't really afford it, or maybe you don't have the ground to put it on. So we usually just like fit everything in as best as we can, and then what we can't sits out. And so yeah, that's just how it goes, and that's how it's always been, and that's all right with us. So right now he's moving the straight truck out, and there's quite a few more things to move out, and then it will be combine time. All right, so the only thing left, I believe, is the 4440 and the baler, which we will use the 4440 to hook to our grain cart. So I'm sure he'll probably just pull that back in until we really need it, because we're still a few weeks away from harvest. But not sure if he'll leave the combine out or if he'll just put everything back in the back and then pull the combine in the front of the shed. But I know that he said he wants to just make sure everything's working right, make sure it's running, make sure if there's any mice, you know, he gets that cleaned out. I mean, he checks it periodically just because mice are attracted to corn. So I think that's kind of the plan so far. Funny fact, guys, we do not have a working air conditioner in the 4440. So when we save up money, hopefully that is something we will get fixed. It is no fun doing anything in that tractor when it's hot out. What are you doing? Whoops. So you're trying a battery charger. Can you tell me more up close what you were doing when you were looking at that inside panel?
Huh?
Is it?
Oh, that one I lifted up?
Yeah.
So there's a tank.
Uh-huh.
It's got two little sight glasses on it. It holds the hydraulic oil.
Okay.
And so I was just checking it to make sure that oil level hasn't dropped or whatever, so we don't have any leaks.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha. So since you put the battery charger on it, should it start right away, or do you have to wait a little bit?
You might need to charge for a little bit.
Okay.
Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully it's
Well, the combine started on day 2 or 3. Had had to put it on the battery charger for a little bit. And so we're gonna get the 4440 out, and then we're gonna back her up. So if you can hear me, Joseph is gonna back the combine out. He told me tonight he's just going to kind of clean up the cab, dust it off a little bit. Obviously make sure it's running, which it is, so we're thankful to God for that. And then we'll probably put everything just back in the shed. He'll have a few other things he has to do to get the combine ready for harvest, which includes, you know, putting the bean head on, and just some other things that he could probably explain better. But as for now, we're just going to do this. So I'll have him talk to you guys a little bit about the combine as he's doing those things. So short, quick story. This is totally a God thing. For a while, so this is a family farm. Obviously, Joseph's dad and grandpa, or great grandpa, or both, farmed this land. And so obviously they had, like when Joseph was growing up, they had a combine they used, and then, but after, I don't know if something broke on it or what, but they stopped using it. And then it just sat in the shed for a long time. When we got married, it finally made its way out of the shed, and then someone actually came and took it and scrapped it out. Anyway, so for a few years, we paid someone to custom harvest our crop, which was great. We have a good buddy who did it for us and couldn't have been happier with how he did. But of course, as a small farmer, or as a farmer in general, you know, a lot of times it's your dream to be able to do as much of the work as you can, and harvest is like some of the funnest part of that. So we were like, man, it would be really cool to get a combine. Can't really afford one. You know, where do you even start looking? Oh man, it's so dusty. But that's when God was working. You know, we prayed about it a little bit, not a ton, but I remember one Sunday we were at church and there was, I'm gonna move here. One Sunday we were at church and there was one of our good friends, he was kind of getting out of farming and stuff, but he had a combine and he was kind of talking about it, and I just, me being the big loudmouth that I am, I just said, hey, you know, if you want to get rid of your combine, you know, we'd buy it from you. And I didn't even know the price or anything. Well, in the long run, the price was perfect. It was a total God thing. So this is now, I think, our 3rd year harvesting with it. And God has just been so faithful to allow us the chance to have a combine and to combine ourselves and not have to hire it out. So very, very, very thankful for the Lord and his provisions, and definitely shows that it's important to, in the Bible there's a verse that talks about how, you know, ask and you shall receive. And of course, like, you ask for something, you pray for something, you ask God for something, and you might not receive it in the way you prayed for it, right? It might come in a different form, or it take a little longer, or happen the next day, whatever God's timing and plan is, but it's always for our good. And so this is definitely like proof of that verse, and what he tells us in that, you know, ask and you shall receive. And this combine has just blessed us so tremendously on our farm, and so we're just so very thankful for that. That probably wasn't a very short explanation, but something we will remember forever. So next on the list is to blow all the dust out of the combine. Yeah? Is there any corn up there? crap? Like mice crap? Mouse crap? Oh, wonderful. So real quick, I'll show you the corn and the bean head. They're kind of stowed away still. But like I said, you know, we'll put those on closer to harvest. Yeah. There's Cy, farm dog. So here's the corn head, and the snoots are right here. If you don't know, these go on the ends of the corn head. They're pointy just like the rest of the corn head. Oh crap. Just joking. I'm stupid. This is the bean head. The snoots are right there though for the corn head. So the bean head has that black bar that goes in a circle. This is the corn head. I knew that. I just didn't look very close. So here's the, you see the points of the corn head. And these things right here that are laying on top with the chains, those go on the end here. Joseph must have taken them off. But the snoots will go on like the ends over here. And he must have just put the snoots, stacked them on the bean head here, so. And this square area opening right here and right in the middle of that, that's where it connects to the combine, just in case you're new to combines. Okay, Joey-O, what you doing?
Well, so this right here is the tailings elevator, which is, anyways, it's a piece of how the combine cleans the grain. But anyways, I got a sprocket up here that's getting kind of worn out.
Let me see if I can.
Up here.
Okay.
I wanted to take it all apart and fix it, and then I just never got around to doing it. I got halfway into the project, never came back to finish it, so because I keep breaking a shear pin every once in a while. It really just kind of annoys me to keep fixing that, so I was going to just change out that sprocket and that shaft.
And that should fix your issue hopefully with the pin.
Hopefully, yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't get around to it, and so we're just going to put it back together and keep replacing shear pins.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Is that a combine board down the road? It's pretty dusty. Really don't want to be pounced with corn dust. Okay, tell me some important things about the combine. Don't talk loud, because
I don't know, I mean, it's 66 money. She's old, right out of the 80s. Run like a 215 platform, which is a flex head. And on 643 corn head. 6 row stuff, basically. I don't know, right now we got about the shed started for the first time, so we're trying to clean it up a bit. drops it down here onto the chopper. That chopper's just got like a bunch of flail knives, and there's actually some other knives that you can insert into the chopper and beans.
Okay.
And then it comes through here and kind of chops it up and spits it out the back.
So you can put more knives in there?
Yeah, they're just right here. And they just slide. You loosen this bolt on this end and that bolt on that end, and you can just slide them in there.
Oh, okay.
And then just close down that gap.
Do you usually do that?
Yeah. Okay. And then this belt here, there's a, you'll have to come around here. There's a belt right here on this pulley. It has to get taken off, and then this big belt goes down and drives direct onto this pulley. So we'll have to do that for beans. And then like on the we have to switch. I can't remember. I think it's changed. Yeah.
I feel like I remember doing that last year.
So this shield comes off, and then there's a double sprocket down here that's gonna have to get moved over and switched. And then this guy here, we have to raise up or lower. Position down. Grain other crops raised, so we have to lower it back down.
And you grease this thing too, just like we did the rake.
Right.
Okay.
Check your oil fluid levels and oil, whatever.
Okay.
Hydrostat, transmission, well, hydrostat, hydraulic, engine oil.
Is there a manual?
Yeah, there's a manual, and there's lots of information.
All right, guys. Well, that is the combine. So, hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. I feel like every time I'm out there with them, I'm always learning. Hopefully, I remember this stuff. But anyways, thanks for joining us today on 1000 Generation Farms. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave us comments showing us what you want to see on our small farming operation, and we will see you next time.